Hello friends! Today, we're going to go over items in Battle Bay. First, let's head on over to the ship screen. Here you can see your inventory and materials. Under the inventory tab, you can see all your items and item pieces. Items are categorized by their type and rarity. The item type is shown by the background color of the item and will be either red, yellow, blue, or green. Red items are weapons that can deal damage to your enemy. Yellow items are activatable items that bring utility to battles, such as speed boosts and shields for yourself, or stuns and slows for your enemies. Blue items are passive effects that increase your ship's basic stats like your health, speed, and agility. Lastly, green items are activatable items that heal members of your team. The color of an item's border indicates its rarity. It will be either gray for common items, green for uncommon items, blue for rare items, purple for epic items, or yellow for legendary items. The higher the rarity of your item, the stronger its base stats will be. Higher rarities also hold more perks, which we will cover in a little bit. If you go over to the Materials tab, you can see the parts and power cells that you have obtained. Parts are materials used to level up items, and power cells are materials used to evolve items. When you click on an item, you can see its description and stats. On the bottom, we can see the parts that you need to level up your item as well as the sugar that it will cost. Always be upgrading the items that you plan to use in battles, as every little change in stats really adds up. When an item reaches level 10, 20, 30, or 40, you'll need to evolve the item rather than level it up. To evolve an item, you'll need 3 things. First, you'll need a duplicate of the item with the same name and rarity as the one you plan to evolve. The duplicate item does not need to be leveled up to use. Second, you need the appropriate talent from your crew. The talent you need is typically tied to the crew member that evolves that item. For example, to evolve my cannon from level 10 to level 11, I will need the level 2 talent from Bert, the cannoneer. You can see where the talent is unlocked from the crew screen. The third and final thing you need to evolve an item are power cells of the same rarity as your item. One of the added benefits of evolving items over leveling them up is that they may unlock a perk slot. Perks are small bonuses that can be attached to a specific item to give it a stat boost. On the bottom left of the item screen is the scrap option, which lets you trade your item in for parts, power cells, and item pieces. So how do you get all these amazing items and materials? You obtain items from opening boxes, buying them from the store, or by combining item pieces. Item pieces are part of an item that must be combined to create a full item. Once you have 10 item pieces of the same type and rarity, you may combine them into one randomly selected item of that same type and rarity. Item pieces can be obtained from scrapping, the shop, or from boxes. Parts can be obtained from scrapping, boxes, the shop, and the daily battle bonus, and power cells can be obtained from scrapping items and opening boxes. To wrap things up, I'm going to talk about the item slots on your ship and how they interact with your items. Each ship has a set number of item slots indicated by squares with numbers on them. Each square is a place where items can be added. In this example, a Mark III Enforcer can hold 2 red items, 2 yellow items, and 1 blue item. The number in the squares is the total number of slot points that can be equipped. Going back to our example, a Mark III Enforcer has 3 red slot points. If you click on an item, you can see how many slot points an item consumes. Because my Enforcer only has 3 slot points, I would not be able to equip both my missile launcher and the explosive cannon because they total to 4 slot points. I hope that answers all your questions about items. If you have any further questions, leave a comment below and I'll try my best to answer. If you like this video and want to see more in the future, leave a like and subscribe as I'll be posting more Battle Bay content soon. Bye friends!